Welcome back to another video. Today we talk about, was Obito that bad of a villain? As of course there is natural anime Naruto discourse and other platforms that I've been a part of, that I've talked to different anime creators or anime people that watch it, that say Obito was a terrible villain off the basis fact, of course, him being the ultimate simp. Though I don't know if we use the word simp anymore. Do we? Do it? Anyway, so as Obito basically starts the whole war, starts a whole downward spiral of basically not being able to do anything in the war and save Ren from being killed, so he just starts killing people, starting war, and basically trying to destroy Konoha in his own way. Of course, his first attempt being the Kurama incident, and then later being the Fourth Great Ninja War. Though I don't think, and that is fair criticism of him saying that his only driving motivation was Ren's death. There's much more to Obito. As we know, Obito didn't really have a family, at least mentioned in canon. Of course, the only family he really had in Konoha was his grandma. He stayed with his grandmother. Now, we don't know if his grandmother was specifically an Uchiha, but we can guess she was an Uchiha and long past, as Obito really stopped caring about the leaf after Ren's death. But we have to know, when Ren died, he was still insatiably young. Ren and Kakashi and Obito were all children and byproducts of the war. They were child soldiers in the war. Now, his hate for Minato was justified, because why are you sending out Kakashi and Ren to be ambushed? But granted, they were ambushed by the hidden, I want to say hidden stone village. I'm not 1,000% sure on that one. Of course. But then he was manipulated by Madara. Plus, he saw the quick rise to strength when he was implanted with white Zetsu cells. He was implanted with Hashirama cells, and he saw his rapid growth and development with Madara. Also, there's a huge chunk of space of before Madara's death, where Madara's feeding him information, feeding him words, telling him, hyping him up, talking about what he should do to get back at the leaf and get back at the world for what he has lost. So, granted, he turned into a malicious villain. So it's not just over a girl. Yes, I think this is two different scenarios. If Obito lost Ren, but went and helped Kakashi, killed all those ninja, right? Helped Kakashi and went back to the leaf to find to just sort it out with Minato, his life would have been fine, because he would have had good people around him and a good set of example with Minato as his basically father figure at that point. Instead, he sees Ren dies and runs back to Madara. Granted, he does kill the ninja, but he runs back to Madara. Within that, he's also listening to Black Zetsu, and by far, Black Zetsu is manipulating that whole situation. He already manipulated Madara, and Madara, by there, is manipulating Obito, training Obito to get him on the same level of Minato. Now, he does try to attempt to destroy the leaf, just basic outright, by going after Minato and his child and the Nine Tails itself. In terms of that, now he fails miserably. But you could say the rapid growth in strength to be able to comfortably challenge Minato. He does fail, and he's not as powerful as Minato at the moment, but he is still a threat to the leaf. And in turn, he still does things behind the scenes, even when he had that little funny character arc of Toby just to play dumb. You could see the more and more of him manipulating the Akatsuki, the more and more of him being involved in the story, messing around, being puppets. I think he controlled the Three Tails Jinchuriki for a little bit. So he was doing his thing of being a villain. Now, of course, when you come to the Fourth Great Ninja War, of course, he was still a bad guy before the change of heart. He wanted to kill Kakashi. He wanted to rip out Kakashi's eyes, heart, everything. He wanted to kill the most people as possible with the Ten Tails, and even though becoming the incomplete Ten Tails Jinchuriki. So he had a plan, stuck to his plan, and became a villain. It wasn't just Ren's death. It was who was feeding him information. Ren died when they were still basically children. You see how that developed in Kakashi when he had Minato and other people around him, while Obito didn't have that support system. He had Madara as a support system. And is that really the best support system? No. So, as we see, we don't really get to see Obito's development from him being, a likable child to basically a straight murderer. Of course, as we do skip over multiple arcs of him, multiple ages of him trading with Madara, but you can actively see Madara's influence in Obito, from his mask to the way he acts, to the way he talks, and to the way he fights his opponents, even adopting Madara's name to strike fear. So he was a good villain. Now, is he to the level of Madara where he has a multi-complex depicting of a character? I don't think so. But saying he's one of the worst villains of Naruto would be wrong. I think he's better than most of the Akatsuki villains, other than Itachi and Nagato, of course. But you could put him in a tier right below that, and it would be fine of him saying he's a pretty good villain who listened to the wrong people because he was a kid who had potential to be a good guy, but he was just a broken child, broken hero who had the wrong support system. And then you have Obito. So I don't really get the hate of him being a simp, and I don't really understand the hate for him just starting a war over a girl and basically killing everyone. We only hate him, or at least most people only hate him for that, is because he causes so many of our favorite characters' death, mainly Minato's, which is a lot of people's favorite main character. But Obito had to do what he got to do to progress as a villain and to show how dangerous he was. He was extremely dangerous up until the last arc, when it was mostly shifting to Madara as the final villain, rather than Obito. Anyway, he was a good villain. I hope this video changed your mind. Anyway, if you're at this point in this video, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.